Hey now, welcome to the What is Going On Here? Yeah, guess what? Today news broke this weekend. The news broke that Spinmaster has acquired the master toy license for Monster Jam. You know what? That's shocking news. Hot Wheels, Mattel's Hot Wheels brand, they've had it since the year 2000, right? That means 19 years of toys, or 18 years of toys, 18, 19, I don't know how you do the math, of Monster Jam toys from Mattel. Apparently, Spinmaster is going to start in 2019. They're going to have a license. Now, I don't know what that means, but from past experience, a little over a year ago, Mesto Barago, they gave the announcement that they were the master licensee or licensor for Ferrari models, right? And next thing you know, Mattel doesn't release any Ferrari models, right? Now, Mattel is not going to give any statements as to what's going on, right? But of course, the company who acquired the license, they're going to be more than happy to say, we got it. So, judging by that, and on top of that, Mattel last year, all of a sudden, Disney princesses. They're not doing the Disney princesses anymore, and Hasbro gets the Disney princesses doll line, right? What's up with Mattel losing these major brands? I don't know. Maybe these major brands are asking too much money for the license for Mattel to be able to produce the toys. I don't know. What does this mean for the Hot Wheels Team Firestorm truck? I don't know. I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see. I don't work for Mattel. I just keep doing my thing, and I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about it. Will I be collecting the toys if Spinmaster comes out with Monster Jam trucks? I collect lots of brands of vehicles, right? So, of course, I'll be picking some up. I don't know what kind of trucks. I don't know, rubber tires. I have no idea. Sorry, it's 80 degrees in the office here. I had to turn off the air conditioning to do this. I didn't have to, but I think I'll get through this part. But anyways, I'll be picking up some here or there, maybe a lot. I don't know. It definitely means that I have some Monster Jam videos I got to get to. I got to get going on those Monster Jam downhill racing videos. Yeah, I got a pretty exciting concept coming up. And now with this news, I think I'm going to expedite this because I got a lot of trucks. I want to make videos with those trucks before they're old news. So I look forward to your commentary down below. Now, so Mattel lost the Ferrari, or Mattel doesn't have Ferrari. They don't have princesses. I don't know what else they're going to do. Spinmaster, they used to have the Spinmaster, they used to do NASCAR diecast, right? And now Lionel does the line. Quality looks pretty good. As a matter of fact, I ran into a Spinmaster rep a couple months ago, had a little discussion with that person. And I asked, how come we don't come out with a line of cars to, compete in the toy car market? And to be honest, maybe it's a little crowded. There's a lot of toy car brands, right? So they basically said, look, we like to come up with our own things, and this way they own that segment. So I think they have air hogs. So guess what? That kind of toy, that's them. They have that. So with their apparent acquisition of the Monster Jam license, right? What do they acquire? They instantly acquire a name brand license, right? How much competition is there with monster trucks on the pegs? Monster Jam? I know Mesto has some cars. Mesto has some cars, right? There isn't a whole lot of competition. So for them, it's a pretty good pickup, right? They get a known brand, very little competition. It just depends on how well they make the toys, right? Hopefully they make them well. They did great with you tell me, how good were their NASCAR diecasts, right? I picked up a couple here and there. I know I have a couple pieces, not a lot. But, yeah, it's pretty interesting news. By the way, Off the Pegs, I started a new channel, Off the Pegs, right? I've been showing Off the Pegs mainly as during the weekend show, a little, putting them in there. Adding content and value to the weekend show. Well, I started an Off the Pegs channel. And the reason for me to start the Off the Pegs channel was because, sometimes I have more video than I even use in the weekend show, right? Or sometimes I have video, maybe I have an extra video that I used, and I didn't put it in the show. So the Off the Pegs channel, basically, though, Off the Pegs on RaceGrooves will still happen when it's like a good story and there's value in a dedicated video for Off the Pegs, right? But sometimes, most of the time, I put it in a weekend show. That's where the value is. But sometimes on the Off the Pegs channel, I'll have extra vids I didn't use, or I'll put the same video that I had and I'll put it over there. But they're not going to be talking. No stories. Usually with RaceGrooves, I do Off the Pegs, and then there's a story attached to it, right? Over there, you know what? No talking. Matter of fact, I might have to use music to cover it up if it has music in the store. But I'm going to start going through my old catalog and putting those videos over there as well. At least I say stripping out. But actually, you know, just showing the Off the Pegs portion. And why would I do that? What's the value in doing that? Some people, they just want to see what's on the shelves. Some people just like seeing other countries, what they have on the shelves, right? And not only that, you know, I have Off the Pegs video going back a ways. So maybe sometimes it's kind of neat to see some older footage from what was on the shelves way back whenever. Now, when I do that, though, if it was on the weekend show, it's going to say in the description or on the screen, it's going to say originally aired or originally shown on the RaceGrooves weekend show, right? I'm going to try to, most of the time, it's going to appear on the weekend show. And now I've also decided maybe I won't show the whole video here on the weekend show. Maybe I'll just show the meat here on the weekend show, because the video is already long enough as it is, right? So maybe I'll just show the meat, but then if you wanted to see the stuff that I left out, it'll be over there on the Off the Pegs channel, okay? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Puddles Pity Party. Go Puddles. America's Got Talent. He made it to the next round. That's very exciting. And I think my chair went lower. But anyways, yeah, go Puddles. Congratulations. I seen him over here in Southern California a couple months ago. Picked up my Puddles t-shirt. Yeah, like you very much. I wish him a lot of luck. He's very talented, and he's been working it for a long time. So go Puddles. I hope you do well. As far as the t-shirt, yeah, I showed it on Instagram. There's a little bit of a t-shirt challenge going. I think the tag is FTP t-shirt challenge. Lamar Fashawn. I just know him as Free the Peace. Lamar Fashawn, I think that's his name, tagged me to show my t-shirts. Oh, I've shown a few t-shirts this week, and today you get to see Puddles Pity Party. Now let's go ahead and talk about something this week. Now I had a couple videos, really 3 videos. I had a truck and transporter, and it had the racing drone with it. And I didn't know this until I opened the package, but the cab of the truck actually opens up. Well, Kieran Slapman noticed or asked, hey, does the cab for the truck snap down so that it doesn't bounce around? I saw a small ball to the end with a hole. So sure enough, I went ahead, let's check it out. I had a couple case unboxing videos this week. One was, I think, on Thursday, and it was a USA K case, L case, Lust Track, sorry. But the main one I uploaded this weekend, or I pushed live, I should say. People on Patreon, they got first access, right? They got early access, and that's their perk of, you know, having a perk. That's one of the perks for being on Patreon. And they get a benefit, and they help support RaceGrooves. Thank you, my Patreon followers. Appreciate it very much. And in that case, I don't remember which case unboxing video that he commented. Oh, so the main one is today, the weekend show today, or the case unboxing today, because I unboxed 2 cases, a worldwide and a USA case, same code, M code, right? I think it was M code, and I'm pretty sure because it was MMK, Mark Kasimov. But nonetheless, USA got a super treasure hunt, fantastic pull. But the reason I did this double unboxing, I do it about once a year, maybe a couple times a year. So this was a good case to do a comparison because it got some great cars, and that's why I compared the quantities of the good cars in, it was a double unboxing video. But I actually had done an international case before. So it was a triple case comparison, double case unboxing. On the case, you know, it says Hot Wheels cars. And Roddy Karp why is it that it shows Hot Wheels cars on the case, but you also get bikes, planes, and other stuff in the case? Well, you know, people just call it, that's the general terminology for Hot Wheels cars, right? They don't have enough room to print Hot Wheels cars, bikes, trains, snowmobiles, submarines, whatever they call, jet skis, whatever they did, skateboards. Been a while since. Oh, they have a skateboard now. So, cars, 4 letters. We get the point. We understand. So that's why they only have Hot Wheels cars on the package. And Failman asked RaceGrooves, will you do a review of the Nerf Nitro? Well, guess what? I contacted Hasbro. And I let them know, hey, if you send me a few sets, I'm going to do a competition with my kids. So if you send a few sets, you know, I'll do a little competition with my kids. If they were only going to send one set, you know, I don't need one set. I can go to the store and buy one set when I ever get to it, right? So they went ahead and showed me a few sets, and I will be doing a Nerf Nitro review. Right now, that table that I'm going to do that Nerf Nitro review, I still got my track time on there. Hold on, you want to see this real quick? Hang on, let's check out Cloak and Dagger. Here's that one that's Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, I've been filming a lot of cars on that track set, right? As a matter of fact, I only have to film about 15 more cars, and then that track time layout will be dismantled, and it'll be time for another track time video. But first, I'm going to use that table to check out the Nerf Nitros. Thanks for asking, Failman, and thanks to Hasbro for sending them. I'm going to check them out on the RaceGrooves channel. They got little cars. You shoot out little cars, right? People have been asking, hey, why don't you do Nerf? Well, you know, Nerf, I know it's boys' toys, and generally I'm a boys' toys channel. Even though girls can collect toys, girls can play with Nerf too. So even though Nerf would make sense on my channel, it really makes sense now because they shoot little foam toy cars. So I'll be checking those out as well. Now let me show you some off the pegs from the week. I think I'm just going to show the meaty parts, and then the full part is going to be over there on the Off the Pegs channel. I think I only have 5 subscribers, so you can be an early subscriber if you jump over. That'll be the whole video for the Off the Pegs. You can see the complete one. I'm just going to snip them off right now, okay? You know, I moved into the warehouse so I would have room to film, right? Set things up, downhill tracks, track tables, all sorts of stuff, right? Anyways, I still have stuff at home. This week, I used to do birthday parties for kids. So I would have trays of cars, and then we would have downhill racing competitions. I thought I'd go ahead and show you those trays of cars since I just brought them out. I put them away now, but who knows? Maybe I'll be doing a downhill racing video with them in the future. I don't remember who made these cars, Fury World. Maybe you recognize the designs. I had a tray of Disney Racers. Those are the special cars. They used to be sold in the stores, but now they're sold at Disney World and Disneyland. I had a tray of Johnny Lightning Marvel cars. What I would do is the kids would line up, and then they would pick a car, and we would do some downhill racing competitions. This line of Johnny Lightning cars had plastic tires, so they were fine for downhill racing. Hot Wheels had motorcycles called Thunder Cycles. Here's a sampling of those. So basically, like I said, I would have the kids line up, they'd pick a car, and then they'd have competitions. Actually, those special cars, it would be like a special break to where maybe I would put the kids into teams, and then each team would pick their cars, and you basically try to knock out the cars on the other team. Now, you know, maybe now I brought them down to the shop, I'll be able to do downhill racing videos with them here because I got my downhill track set up. Look for those coming in the future. Let me pick a few comments from last week's weekend show, and some of these were Ask RaceGrooves hashtags. You can put the hashtag on Instagram, Twitter, or any of my YouTube videos, and I search and I look for it. You can also, on Instagram, when I post like for this weekend show, right, I'll put a post on Instagram to promote this show. You can also post a question there, and maybe it'll show up in the next weekend show, okay? Let's take a sampling this week. Ethan Demas 75, how do you get so much Hot Wheels? Well, I've been collecting for almost 20 years now. I started in 1998, right? So, first of all, you got to work, right? Buy what you can afford, buy what you like, and enjoy the hobby, right? So, you know, just buy what you can afford. I work so I can afford to buy these cars, okay? Dylan Segales Carrillo, RaceGrooves, he said, the not open car ground effects, the version 5-pack next video we can show you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Let me translate for you, okay, because apparently he might be a younger fellow, not proper grammar. Well, in that Truckin' Tuesday video, right, 2 weeks ago, I showed ground effects, how it used to be a pop-off. You used to be able to pop off the body. Well, nowadays, the last couple releases, they changed it. The body, you can't take the body off, right? And I had a sample that was in the single packs, but there's also a sample of ground effects to where you can't pop off the body in a 5-pack. I didn't have time to look for that 5-pack, sorry. Ethan Demas 75, what is your... Did I pick the same guy twice? I sure did. Oh well. I already said it, so might as well roll with it. Ethan, what is your job? This is my job, right? So on YouTube, I create content. Now, I've been collecting for almost 20 years, right? But I was working for the post office. I had a full-time job with the post office for almost 20 years, right? And then my YouTube channel grew, and so it enabled me to resign from the post office. I haven't retired yet, okay? I might be old, but I'm not young enough. I'm not old enough to retire. Anyways, so this is my job now. This is where I get my earnings, right? From the ads that show in front of the videos. I get a little portion of those ads. And also a few people will support me on Patreon, right? Not a whole lot of people. Hopefully we can get some more people to pitch in right there. If you appreciate what RaceGrooves does, families, your kids, you get free content for your kids. You know, if they've been watching for years, you know, as little as $1 a month, right, can help support on Patreon. And you get perks, early access. Sometimes I make special videos and I just put it over there, tell a story behind the scenes, something going on, right? Just like the Off the Pegs channel. I let them know first, right, to get a little perk. So what is my job? This is my job, but I'm developing other things because I'm developing other things as well. I can't talk about some of them right now. And Mr. Trick Shots, RaceGrooves, what are you going to do when you hit 500,000 subscribers? It looks like that's going to happen next weekend. And I had replied to him, telling him, maybe I'll finally show my silver play button. You get a silver play button from YouTube when you pass 100,000 subscribers. So needless to say, I got that some time ago, but I've never shown it on the channel. I told him I'd probably show it, but unfortunately, due to scheduling difficulty, I'm probably not going to be able to show it next weekend. I'm going to try to live stream. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to live stream to see if I can live stream when I hit 500,000 subscribers. So you might want to turn on notification, because the last time I tried to schedule a live stream and then have it happen on YouTube, it didn't go as planned. You know, all of a sudden I'm live and it's like, what's going on? I might just start live and go. So you might have to set notification. I'm planning on doing the live stream Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. But the problem is I'm going somewhere. And so if I hit 500,000 and I'm on the road, can't do it. I'm just letting you know I might live stream, okay? Tortoise Tom, that Tomica display was awesome. Last weekend, I had a collector share some Off the Pegs from Singapore. That Tomica display was awesome. I have a few in my collection. The Majorette are really nice, too. I don't mind paying the extra money for the quality. Another great weekend show. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, I'm very much looking. I'm so glad, okay, that we don't get Tomica. Let's not get confused. He showed Tomica over there in Singapore. We don't get Tomica here in the USA. Right now, we got Majorette back in the USA, only at Toys R Us right now, right? That's the agreement that they have. And so I'm glad that they're back, right? Opening features, a lot of cars have suspension, a little boingy, right? Some cars have opening hoods. Cars like the Porsche, right? Porsche, you can pop off the roof. Cool stuff. And now Matchbox announces that they're going to come out with some vehicles that have opening doors, opening roofs. Yeah, we'll see when you get here. But you know what? How about I'm gonna support the people who actually have been doing it a while. Yeah, I'm gonna pick out some Matchbox stuff. You know, more power to them. We'll see how it goes. I'm glad that they're looking to improve their line as well. They did show some fantastic licensed models recently. You know, I don't know when they'll come. I don't know how many are going to be in the case. I've been doing the case unboxing videos, and out of 24 cars, you get 8, 9, or 10. Out of 24 licensed models. But thankfully, they are doing better with their fantasy models, what they call Matchbox Originals, right? They're doing better and making them look more realistic, less cartoony, right? Because they don't get a whole lot of peg space. They don't have the liberty to experiment very much. So when they experiment and get a little too wild, guess what? It doesn't sell, and then that kills the pigs because people aren't buying that stuff as much as the nice licensed cars. You know, hopefully in the USA, we can get some support for people realizing value in the diecast, that you're going to have to pay for opening features, right? $1. What are you going to get for $1? You're going to get $1 toy, right? You just have to spend a little bit more. Anyways, thank you for watching this RaceGrooves weekend show. Again, let me know what you think about Spinmaster apparently acquiring the Monster Jam license. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.